This question makes it very easy to kind of know what we're dealing with right away. We can predict that this is going to be about punctuation because that's the only difference between the choices. So we know to think about sentence structure, and hopefully we've memorized the rules that we need for more advanced punctuation marks like semicolons and colons. So we've done this in other videos for this exact test, so I'm not going to go too deeply into it. You can go back and find any question about punctuation with those. But look, here's what I would do in order. First, I would look at choice B because a semicolon requires a sentence before and a sentence after. Over time, I've gotten to know several of my co-working colleagues. Okay, that's a sentence. Another website developer, a graphic designer, a freelance writer, and several mobile app coders. That's not a sentence. That's just a list. So that doesn't work. So therefore, this doesn't work because it's not a sentence after the semicolon. Now a colon, right? We've already passed that test. We need a sentence beforehand. Check, the green is a sentence. Now afterwards we could have a list. That's one possibility. We could also have a complete sentence. We could also have one word. You've got lots of options. But here that seems to work, right? It seems to flow. So I don't know, that seems right. Now the weird thing would be choice D, because we can see that there is a clear shift in the structure of this sentence. So it'd be weird to have no pause, no break at all, and just kind of go right from the green to the pink. Over time, I've gotten to know several of my co-working colleagues, another website developer, a graphic designer, a freelance writer, and several mobile app coders. We need a pause. We need something. Now, C is wrong, but it's tricky why. And we really need to understand the ideas in the sentence to see the difference. What C is doing by using a comma is it's lumping the co-working colleagues in with the rest of the list. So if we chose C, the punctuation would tell your reader that the list actually begins right here. Over time, I've gotten to know several of my co-working colleagues, another website developer, a graphic designer, a freelance writer, and several mobile app coders. It's probably subtle to hear the difference, but that's without a clear break between the green and the pink, kind of like it's all one big list. And we don't want that here because we can see kind of through what the colon actually does that we want a separation. A colon is used to answer or explain something that's kind of raised, a question that's raised by the previous part. So here's how I kind of read it to make sure that the colon makes sense. Over time, I've gotten to know several of my co-working colleagues. Who are the colleagues? Another website developer, a graphic designer, a freelance writer, and several mobile app coders. That's what they're trying to say. And that's why the colon is best, is it sets that up as kind of an explanation of the different types of co-working colleagues that this author has encountered. It's tricky. This is weird. But ultimately, it comes down to knowing the rules for semicolons and colons and being able to confidently eliminate stuff. So you do need to know that. We've seen it on other questions in this test. Here is yet another example. Those are things that are based on sentence structure and are pretty strict. So if we know them, we can apply the strict rule and eliminate answers much more confidently than if we're just kind of going by feel. We don't want to do that for punctuation.